This is about to be the most negative review that you've ever seen on a 6th gen Prius. Not because it's a bad car, but because I actually did what your favorite automotive YouTuber did not do and actually purchased one of these things. Still a great car overall, but I have an ongoing list. Every negative thing that I've experienced in this car, jotted it down in my notes, and I'm about to show you all what it is in this video. Not going to experience this problem that much these days because it's warm outside now, but in the winter time, I use the automatic starter in the house, warm the car up, 78 degrees, that's what I prefer. But by the time I walk outside to the car and I get in the car, start it up, my phone doesn't always pair, and that's kind of a bummer. So to get the phone to pair, I usually go through the infotainment screen and go to the Bluetooth settings, click on Apple CarPlay. Sometimes it'll connect, sometimes it won't connect. And if it won't connect, then I gotta turn the car off and turn it back on. And then the whole automatic starter thing is kind of slow. Sometimes when I'm in the house, it takes maybe 30 seconds to lock the door. Then an additional 30 seconds, like my phone screen will turn black because it took so long to actually start the car. And before I get too far into the video, 2026 Prius plug-in. This is the PHEV edition. Get the electrical charge on it. Nightshade edition if you're curious, which is basically an XSE trim. And Karashi yellow. But back to the negativity. This is also just another way to rename the things I hate about my such and such car. Gotta give a disclaimer because some of you guys get a little bit of sand in your panties. I'm not going to say how much I hate this cluster again, as I've said in pretty much every Prius video. But there's a forward cross traffic alert system that you can disable in the cluster. But in my experience, that thing reverts back to on after every ignition cycle. So it's when you're wanting to creep out in the traffic, it'll be an orange alert in the cluster to let you know, hey, pay attention, traffic is going across. And like I can see that because I got these giant windows and there's extra glass in the A-pillar. And it's just an alert that kind of bothers me. So yeah, it's not permanently defeatable every ignition cycle. Something I had to cross off my list. This wireless charger didn't work at all. Didn't work because I didn't have it turned on. It's a little button right there, and I was putting my phone in there, nothing happened. But then when I looked closer, just press the button, and it works. And it works. I'm on the fence about how it works. On short trips, maybe 30 minutes, it's excellent. Longer trips, the phone turns into hot lava and it stops charging. So not good for the long haul. That's why I got a cable in here somewhere. So if I want to charge my phone on the longer hauls. But the short-term charger, it works actually really well. Another thing, creeping at slow speeds, like when I drop my kids off to school. Feathering the brake can be a little bit challenging. Like you can do it, but I feel like the car kind of lurches forward a little bit too aggressively. So let me see if I want to. I'm releasing it, not moving. Okay. And I forgot this is Toyota where you can't drive with the door open. Safety feature. So let me try that again. We're in drive. All right. If I want to ease forward, I can't do anything because the car is now in drive. So, and the brakes are like on. So throw it in park. Do that again. All right. So easing off the brakes. Yeah, so I tapped on the brake. I'm rolling. Tap it. It kind of stops a little bit harder than I prefer. Let me see if I can get my jerking reaction on here. Oh my God. No, I had to oversell that. Just playing. But just creeping along is not the easiest thing to do. So if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. Any bridge that I drive up under, my lights turn on. That's a little delay to turn off when I exit the bridge. Kind of wish they didn't do it so easily. I'm pretty sure there's a sensitivity setting for that. Is there not? But it's extremely sensitive and they just instantly turn on. I didn't know I didn't like that until I drove this car. When I say every negative thing, I'm saying every negative thing, not skipping over anything on this list. So another thing, the key fob. It says Prius Prime. This is no longer called the Prius Prime, not in 2026. It's just called the plug-in hybrid EV, electrical vehicle. So Toyota was in that cost-saving bag, went into the parts bin, and got Prius Prime keys. The range on the key fob is not the best, but That's only at my parking situation at home. So I made another video. The thing worked fantastically. But at home, if I have the Miata parked in front of the garage, the Prius will not unlock unless I'm literally closer than this. I have to walk right up on the Prius to unlock it with the key fob. The app, I can do it from wherever. But with the key fob, if my Miata's in the way, it just won't do it. And it's kind of crazy because this is the only car I've ever had do that before. I might as well knock out all the remote start things at one time. So another thing with the remote start is if the battery threshold is below, I think 25% or 30%, the car will not remote start from the app. And I never try to remote start from this key fob because I'm never that close in proximity to where I can do it without having to go outside. So the app, and it's kind of, I don't know, it's conflicting to me because right now my car, it had 12% charge left before I left here, and it's able to start up. And I still got like 3/4 of a tank of gas in there. So I don't know if it's the gas combined with the electric range, but I feel like, I don't know if it's inconsistent or I just don't remember. I probably just don't remember. Actually, that's most likely what the case is. But if you got a 1/4 tank of gas and like no charge left, you are not going to be able to remote start from the app that I've noticed. It's going to let you know on there. Maybe I'll find that screenshot. Ambient lighting. I thought that's what this was. Actually, you can barely see it right now. Hopefully y'all can see it, but this is a safety light. So if the car in front of you pulls off, it'll pulsate or flash at you, flicker at you to let you know that you need to move. I thought this would be able to change colors. I'm like, oh man, I can't wait to change this from blue, because blue is not my favorite color. It used to be when I was younger. But I want to change it to something cooler. But I cannot change it to anything. This is just what it is at all times. Does it turn red? I feel like I've seen it red in another Prius before. Maybe I was about to get in an accident. Who knows? I can't remember, but blue is all of what I see. There is no trunk release button. Not down here. And this is one step. This is not a poverty spec, so I got most of the features. I got a gas cap release. The EV charging doesn't do that, so you just push that one in. But the gas cap, push that one. No trunk release, and I will be darned if I were to find one right now. That would be pretty cool. Let me check this key fob again. The hero of the video, this key fob. There is no trunk release button on there. So the only way you can open your trunk is, well, at least on the XSE trim. Let me know if the XSE Premium has that on there. You just got to go back here, pull it up. That might be about it. But let me know, the XSE Premium trim guys, do you have a trunk release button? Do I have a poverty spec key fob and the car? Maybe there's a button for that. I wish it did, because I know that one has like a electronic gate or motorized gate to where you can lift up and raise down. Me, I have to slam it down. Well, not slam it, but put some muscle behind it. Well, not muscle. I got to pull it down. It's going to be the secondary star of the show. If I get an incoming call, normally, so this is how it works. Nobody's going to call me right now, and I don't want to have anybody's phone number out there. But you get a pop-up on the cluster up here when somebody's calling. You can accept it or decline it. But whether you accept it or declining by selecting the arrows up and down, normally if you want to accept the call, you would just press OK. For me, it hangs it up. If I go down to decline, it also hangs it up. I don't see why there's an option to choose which one, but to answer the call, you have to press this phone button. To hang up the call, you can press the phone button, and I'm not sure why you're on the call. If you would go to just press this button to hang up the call. But to answer the call, it's kind of wrong for it to have a choice to go select what you want to do, press OK, and then hang it up. Trash. Pretty much everything I said so far has not been a deal breaker, but this last thing bothers me. And I said it in one of my milestone review videos that when I hit a pothole or a bump while I'm braking, it's like the system freaks out, and it's like the brakes aren't braking anymore. The brakes ain't braking. See, y'all don't know about that, but it feels so unsafe, and I see like some kind of telltale going off, like maybe the ABS or traction control. It happens so fast that I can't tell, but it feels like if it was a car to stop in front of me, it feels like I would have to push the brake pedal all the way to the floor, that I'm not pressing enough, because something is off while you're braking and hit an imperfection in the world, like a pothole or something. While you're braking, it just feels so unsafe. And I said it before in another video, and other people will feel this too. And I think it's a hybrid thing, and I think they need to fix that, because that could put a lot of people off, especially how reproducible it is. Not going to do it. I should be able to do it in this parking lot, but I'm not going to do it. I got 19s on here. Don't want to blow a tire. Got the warranty, but not doing that again. I blew a tire on another Prius, press car Prius. Not trying to do that on my own car. But it just feels dangerous. I feel like they need to do something about that. Yeah, that's an actual problem, an actual negative, very negative. The number one on this list. So that's all I gotta say in this. Everything that I had hated, or everything that I hate about this car, everything negative. So some people are still gonna make it to this point in the video and say, why'd you buy the car if you got that many things you don't like? Like I said, I keep a list, a rolling document. Everything that I hate or anything that's negative, I document it, so this can help you make the choice. I'm not out here trying to sell the Prius. I'm out here giving you all my experiences, so you can buy one if that's the car for you. I still enjoy the car, still a top pick, still a great car overall. Just got some minor annoyances about it, and that one braking thing, which they need to look at, because somebody said they had it on the CT 200, whatever the Lexus version of a Prius was, and a couple other models. Go look at my previous Prius videos, comments, and a few people are talking about it there. So it's happening to more than just me. But that's it on the car. Still enjoying it. It's been like 2 months since I got to fill up, maybe about 2 months, and I'm still at 3/4 of a tank of gas. Let me see how much I got on this tank of gas or electricity. Charging every day. Actually, I don't have to charge every day since it got to about 70 degrees. Certain days, Michigan still drops down to about 40 every other day. But on this one, this ain't got nothing to do with this video. I just want y'all to know how many miles I'm getting on the tank. 727 so far on this one. Oh my goodness, y'all can't see that. 727, and yeah, it's going to be 100 miles per gallon, or 99.9, but 3/4 of a tank of gas. Excellent. About to burn that down a little bit because I got 5% left. That's all I got to say about that. Let me know what you don't like about your Prius, the things that get on your nerves, the actual issues, and just the minor annoyances. I want to hear it all. Drop it in the comments. Let me know. Is anything a deal breaker for you? Let me know as well. I'm Q, checking out. Make sure you drive safe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.